Unfortunately, as a result, you and everyone you love has to die. And I know you can't deny the facts about climate change, but let me give you the science of my situation. And all the experts are agreed on this. Okay, they've all agreed that my finances, based on current projections, my finances are beyond the point of no return. And of course there's a few Stephen Carlin deniers going, well, his finances have been worse before, it's not his fault, but they're just a fucking weird little minority. So I know if you sort out climate change, Greta Thunberg is never going to forgive you. She said that. Don't save the world, she's never going to forgive you, but if you do, I'm never going to forgive you. And who do you want to upset more? Okay, a little, thin, 16-year-old Swedish girl, or an angry Scotsman with too many books about Stalin? No, listen, if I lived in Sweden, I'd want to save the world as well. Have you ever been to Sweden? You breathe in all the clean air and go, this is amazing. The first time, it's like the first time you ever have a decent wine. And you go, I've been drinking battery acid for... That's what it's like when you breathe the air in Sweden, but I live next to the North Circular in London. People are going to me, this won't be here in 30 years' time. I'm like, good. Can we bring it forward to 25 years' time? I mean, maybe I should just get into heroin. Maybe that would be a quicker way out. Do we have any heroin addicts here? I mean, this is a central London. Oh, there's a few cheers over there. Where do the heroin smack? Looking attractive heroin addicts. Amazing. Yeah, you're looking good on that. I mean, this is not the top anti-drugs advert. Kind of like joie de vivre and like you don't see enough of this, do you? The heroin success stories. Don't tell you about that. They're always giving you the negative side of heroin. In the media, slagging somebody dead in a gutter. Don't tell you about all the great work it does in Scotland, stopping a tidal wave of obesity. Politicians complaining, going, Scotland has a drugs problem. No, it's got a pastry solution. I've done my research. I've done it last year and last year. You know how many deaths from heroin in Scotland? How many? 300. I know, not very many. Not even a jumbo jet's worth that. 300. Hardly any. Same time, 60,000 from obesity. Come on, what's the message there? Clearly, not enough people in Scotland taking heroin. Because they don't offer it as part of a meal deal. So that's my advice, particularly to the younger people, is ignore your parents, take heroin. Hey, do you know the good thing about heroin? And I don't think this gets said often enough. That heroin doesn't lead to harder drugs. Marijuana, that's the bad one, isn't it? Don't touch that, marijuana's the gateway drug. You can see some of you on it right now, but marijuana leads to bad things, whereas heroin just leads to more heroin. It's safe, basically, but marijuana leads to bad things, like thinking your opinion's interesting on Twitter. Boring me with your conspiracy theories. Hey man, do you know the real reason the government bans marijuana? Yeah, I believe it was to stop this conversation. Yay, the government, as far as I'm concerned. Yeah, so basically, you should try heroin. That's my advice. I haven't, but I am not one of those hypocrites. Those hypocrites that were like, oh yes, in my day I did loads of drugs, but don't you do it, learn from my mistakes. Well, I'm the opposite of that, right? I'm like, I haven't done heroin, you totally should. I hear it's very good. Let me know how it goes. No, I'm more of a sort of MDMA guy. I think that's my... We're good, we've got a dealer in. That's it. Exactly. No, I don't MA, because I only tried it recently. Like, for the first time this year, I took MDMA on Easter Sunday. Because I think it's what Jesus would have wanted. Now, like, I'm too old to start taking MDMA, because I took it and then immediately got acid reflux. So then I had to take a Gaviscon on top of that. So, you know, I'm actually mixing my drugs, white rock and roll, and all that, you know, fucking painful acid reflux. Are you coming up? Yes, but not in the way that anybody would wish. Like, this was not part of the plan. It was so painful, and I appreciate, yeah, see, the older people know, but young people don't. Acid reflux. I literally thought I was having a heart attack. I mean, I was on Easter Sunday phoning 999 to whine like a little moaner. I think I'm having a heart attack. The woman's like trying to calm me down, like running through all the symptoms, you know, chest pains. Hey, have you heard of this heart attack symptom? An impending sense of doom. An impending sense of doom. Who doesn't have that all the time? Have you seen the news recently? I mean, does anybody say not have an impending sense of doom? I've had an impending sense of doom since I was 15. Yeah, turns out I've been having a heart attack for the last 25 years. What a stupid question. Have you got an impending sense of doom? What a stupid question that, isn't it? What a stupid, thick question. Oh, choose. You got an impending sense of doom? Well, clearly not at the moment because I'm on MDMA. But this is not a good time to get me. I know people might say you don't waste your life on drugs, but you'll waste it on something. So just make your choice as far as I'm concerned. Exactly, you will waste your life. So it's just a case of how you wish to waste it. Yes, sorry, you've come out for a Friday night. Of course, young people, life is awesome. And but older people, you know, you waste your life, and it doesn't really matter how you do it. Like if you're ambitious and you're a career-focused person, people just go, yeah, well, his career was good, but just wasted his life in the office. Should have smelt the roses. Been at home with the family. But then if you're at home with the family, what did they say? Well, just wasted his life at home, didn't he? Why wasn't he out enjoying himself? But then you're out enjoying yourself. He just pissed his life up, down the pub. Should have seen a bit of the world. So then you go travelling. Well, just wasted his life gallivanting about all over the place. So you think, what do you want from me? I'll do a little bit of everything. I'll mix it up a bit. Well, never settled to anything, did he? Just wasted his life. Which, yeah, it doesn't mean to say you get to waste your life willy-nilly, okay? Folks, I want you to waste your life with a sense of dignity and purpose. So I want you to do something pointless but noble. So I don't know, maybe like go up the Shard for no reason, like go up the Shard so you can look down on central London and go, that looks exactly as I thought it would look. Back down, complete waste of time. Bit noble. Do what I did about 6 months ago. I went to watch the World Snooker Championship in Sheffield. Yeah. Now that is a waste of time. I live in London and I had to get like a 3-hour train journey up to Sheffield just so I can sit in a room with 400 other losers while we watch two weirdos hit balls with sticks to find out who the best international hitter of balls with sticks is. And I don't know if you've ever been to a live snooker match, okay? I hope not, but it's not as good as the telly. You know, most things are better live. Well, snooker's better not live, okay? Basically, you're up the back, got a terrible view, no graphics, no commentary. I didn't know what the hell was going on. I didn't know who was winning. I went home angry and confused. I had to get a 3-hour train journey back to London. I've wasted the whole day, and the first thing I do when I get home is to switch on the snooker highlights of the match I've been at to find out what had actually happened when I was there. But a noble waste of time. Nonetheless, not like a pointless waste of time. Like, for it was pointless, like dating Americans. I just think there's too much of a cultural clash. No, I've dated many American women, so I've done the research very thoroughly on this. And the last American lady I was dating, she was awesome. Do you know awesome? Awesome, that's American for adequate. No, the stereotype is the Americans have got lovely teeth, but she had small teeth, you know. Just small, like sometimes you look at somebody and go, oh, something's not right here. Is that still your baby teeth, or is your mouth further away than your face? What? Do you know what it was? You know, we've got in our head a mathematical ideal of ratios, and there was too much gap. Too much gap to tooth ratio. Our mouth was all like tooth gap. Right, see when she smiled, it was like looking at a barcode. I wanted to scan her mouth. I used to look at her and think, I love you, but I don't want to have children that look like dolphins. Right, don't worry, girls. She comes out of this story better than me, okay? She is the victor because she dumped me for nobody. Yeah, and a few of the veterans know how bad that is. A few other people go, oh, what's the problem, mate? She dumped you for nobody, at least there wasn't somebody else to break your heart. No, you want them to be somebody else. You want to be dumped for somebody, because then you've been upgraded for another person. If you're dumped for nobody, what does that say about your personality? That's a damning assessment. Imagine if you had a job and you got fired, and your boss called you in and went, you're fired, and also, we're not going to have that position anymore. That's the contribution you've been making to the organisation. You inept motherfucker, right? That's right, since you left, profits are up by 45%, we haven't even done anything. That's what it's like when you're dumped for nobody. Is there somebody else? No, Stephen, there's no one, because I actually prefer nobody to you. Do you understand? Explain. If I had the choice between your personality over here or a complete and utter vacuum, well, the vacuum wins, Stephen. That's right. Here's another interesting fact about you. Since dating you, dying alone holds no fear for me. Because when I was, listen, I know I've been a bit cynical. It's good. I've gone too far with the second row. I've been a bit cynical. But listen, I used to be a romantic. When I was younger, I thought love was infinite. And it went on forever, and it isn't. There's only a limited amount of love. Love is like, you know what love's like? You know those massive multi-packs of toilet paper that you get in the supermarket? And when you get it, you go, right, this is going to last forever now. And then one day when you need it most, and your trousers are around your ankles. But that's a waste of time. I'll tell you what else. I'll tell you it's a waste of sex education, which I know we've got a very international crowd in, and perhaps sex education was better in your country, but I'll tell you in Scotland, sex education was terrible because the problem was they used to tell you how to do sex, not how to get it. That's the wrong way around, isn't it? Let's get the sex and we'll worry about the details later on. I mean, how difficult is sex? I mean, for goodness sake. Animals have mastered it without any sort of manual whatsoever. I mean, David Attenborough's not giving them lessons on the Serengeti, is he? He's not like telling the lions where to stick it, they're right in there. No mucking about. Humans, we're meant to be the top of the food chain, and and God, we're the only animals that have got pubic hair, right? As a clue, God has uniquely to humans given us pubic hair shaped like a pointy arrow. Just in case of any doubt where the centre of the action is, could God be more obvious? Going, right, let's have it. Look, the arrow, just follow the arrows. Just no, put it with hers. Now, come on. No, the other way around, right? That's it. Stick them together and it'll stick like Velcro. Yeah, that's right. Just put your arrows together. We are like the IKEA self-assembly furniture of nature. Oh, look at some people from IKEA in the same area. There was a group over there, and then you, on your own, have you been, extradited from the main IKEA crowd? Are you a separate? Why, you like management? Are you more important, or did you guys vote? Did you Brexit from the rest of the IKEA lot? You're a sort of breakaway assembly. She keeps holding up a bottle. I don't know what that means in any. Like that's something to explain all things. Look, here's a bottle of alcohol, Stephen. We're doing a routine about pubic hair, and here's now a bottle of alcohol. And I sensed as I was doing that routine about pubic hair that I can tell a lot of you don't have it. I tell you, a lot of you shave it off, don't you? You're Friday night, Covent Garden, fucking hipster, fucking pervert, dirty motherfucking cunts, right? Come it, shave it off. Your pubic hair, like a gift from God, coming down here with your shaved vaginas, and even the men now as well, trying to be porn stars in their own life. You add a few inches onto it. You disgust me. God's given you pubic hair. It's a gift from God. We keep it in Scotland because it's cold. And also, what happens if you've thought about this? But what if you're say out in the Scottish Highlands? Maybe you're on a camping holiday and you're out in Glencoe and you get stranded overnight and hypothermia sets in. Well, what are you going to do? Well, if you've got a really thick bush and you shag very fast, it will start a fire. Science fact, that's a science. They don't tell you that at school. That you listen and learn, right? But when I was at school, it was a point of pride to get pubic hair. When you got pubic, you showed it off in the showers at school. We used to like strut about, pelvis out about, like, oh, like nobody noticed the first time. You go, I'm just going to swing by for another go here. Night before games, blow dry it, bit of conditioner, add a bit of body. Well, here's a trick you can do if you have got, if you want to accentuate a bush, what you can do is put iron filings in your bush and then leave a magnet over by the sink. That's a trick you could do, See, if you don't need sex education, you've got pornography. For goodness sake, you've got more pornography than every previous generation added. Some of you probably watching it now, as we're getting it probably Bluetoothed into your retina as we speak. Some of you not even paying attention to me, probably watching some Bukkake nightmare or something, I don't know. And I'm from the, not like the old days when you had to get a magazine and you had to... Exactly. Me and her getting magazines and the rest of you people. That took courage. That took character to walk into a shop where you were known, your local newsagents, and go, that is my specific taste of pornography there. There you go. You now have too much information on me. And I used to have these stupid adverts at the back saying things like, bored, used to get these adverts going, bored housewife, call this number. Yeah, I know, young people looking at me going, what are you talking about? Like, that was actually an oeuvre of pornography. I mean, pornography is a fantasy, isn't it? I mean, that's the thing about it. You can have any situation you want, the sky's the limit, you open your mind really big, and the best thing this guy can come up with is to go, do you know what I've already got at home? Can have the same but with no improvements whatsoever, please. I want a bored housewife. I could do you an interested one. How would that be better? No, got to be bored and just jaded and completely given up any life force whatsoever. Just one above suicide. That's how I love them. Itself, I'd want an interested housewife. Wouldn't you want like an engaged, a rampant housewife? How about a rampant, a dirty housewife? Hey, one with bad political opinions that's strangely a turn on. Have you not reached that yet, young people? I know you get to a certain point, you go, I disapprove of that person. They don't have my political views, but when you're older, it will have a certain sexual frisson to it. You just wait. Exactly. You see, she knows. She's the master of it. One day you'll be going, oh, look at, I bet you want to privatise the health service, eh? Bet you want to do it in Antarctica, you dirty bitch. Ladies and gentlemen, you've been wonderful.